There's nothing more frustrating than a choppy market. Give me a move up, give me a move down. But when you're going sideways in a tight range, chop it up, little false breakout, false breakdowns constantly for hours and hours, there is nothing more frustrating as a day trader. We're going to take a look at the chart and see what happened and why it's so important to stay calm, to look at the bigger picture, to have patience when the market is chopping, to wait for our setups. Gonna break it all down right here in this video, staying alive in a choppy market. Let's go. What's going on, guys? Patrick here. If you guys tuned into this morning's live stream, you saw the insane action that we had. I had a few trades that I was up in the green, a couple $1,000 actually, and then got some pullbacks, stopped out, just all over the place, choppy action. So I am by no means trying to make this video in hindsight to be like, hey, look, this is what a pro would have done, because, you know, I went through it this morning. I went through the battle with you guys. I know, like, I pulled my hair out. You can see I just got back from the gym. I needed to walk away and then just kind of come back here end of day and see what was going on. And, well, what's interesting is, again, like, I need to remind myself, like, this is something that I battle as well. When the market's choppy, when there is no trend, when the action is not supporting trades, like when it's just not saying like, hey, Patrick, trade. When I'm not seeing that action, well, then don't trade it, you idiot. Like, as much as I make these videos for you guys, I also make these videos for myself. It's almost like journaling in a sense, that I make these videos so then I can remember. I make these videos so that I can remind myself, kind of talk through what I went through, the emotions this morning. Let's talk through it, and then let's see clearly how the move in the afternoon would have been so perfect for our overall setup, for our overall strategy. Pulling up the chart here this morning, we had some ups, we had some downs, just popping. And what was funny is you would have thought, like right here, okay, we're going to push to new highs when we broke out of this kind of ascending triangle or wedge or whatever you want to call it. So we kind of made a higher low, and then we were going to squeeze, but then dang, just a big red candle came out of nowhere. We crashed from the 90s down to the 80s, and then it looked like we were going to start to sell off. Like, oh my gosh, you know, this is the end of the world. It's going down. The market's chopping up, it's sharpened down, but it's not really giving us the move that we wanted. So we get this break to the downside, and at that point, like if you're only focused, like if you're only looking, you know, at the smaller time frame right here, what do you see? You think like, okay, this is a short, right? Like I want to be shorting. That's what you think. Like if you see this move, if you're only focused on the really small movements, you're just thinking that this is a short. You know, I want to short basically as we push back up, and then this thing's going to roll off and it's going to go lower. The problem is if you zoom out, because obviously it didn't go lower, but if we zoom out here, if you look at the 15-minute chart compared to the 3-minute chart, it doesn't look so much like a short, right? Like it kind of changes your overall perspective. And this is something that I stress so much to myself, and I want to stress to you guys. If the market's choppy and we're not getting that action that we want, look at the bigger picture. Like what is going on? You can see that we're pretty much in this range this morning. We are in that range between the 70s and the 800 level. You know, I mean, pretty much like right there. That's our range. So, you know, trying to go long up here, probably a bad idea. We saw that ascending wedge. We saw it got denied. But guess what? Do I want to get short down here at the 80s? Well, no, obviously not, because we know that we kind of bounced off there earlier. We're kind of ding, bouncing. We look at the 15-minute chart. You can see the clear range that we're in. And number one, you know, I would not want to be getting short down here, and I wouldn't want to be getting long up here. So if we reverse that idea, we want to get long at the bottom, we want to get short up here, well, then maybe we have some good trades. Now, if we zoom out and we look at what happened after this move down on the 15-minute chart, look at how beautiful this setup and got that move higher, kind of trending, and then finally broke out above that 95 level, 96 level. We talked about that on the stream so many times, that 95, 96 level on the Bookmap showing big resistance there. I said if we could get above 95, get above 96, we would then get that push up there to the 820s or higher, above 800. And guess what? We pushed up there to exactly 819, 820 level. I think the high on that candle was 821.75. So a nice little push up, and you can see the difference in the move here at the end of the day. Look at that beautiful move. Just nice and easy, right? Like simple move. You know, nice action right there. We get that breakout here. This is pretty much like a typical, you know, Patrick Wieland type of setup here. We get the breakout over the high of this candle right there at the 91. So we push 93s, and then it's off to the races. I mean, you get about a 15 handle move there. Well, 20 handle move from the 95s up there to the 15s. So 20 handles. I was talking about in the live stream, like, guys, I wanted that 25 handles. Give me 25 handles. So again, looking at the bigger picture. Obviously, in the morning, we had that range just kind of tight, not really going anywhere. And we're like, okay, we need to just slow down. We need to be patient. And that's the thing, is like, if the market's not giving us setups, there's no reason to take a trade. I saw somebody in the chat was like, well, what do you do in a choppy market? Well, I mean, it's very simple. Like, you don't take a trade, right? Like, don't take a trade. And it's hard. It's hard. And I'm not saying that I'm the best with this either. Like, I battle this, right? Like, I go through this every day. It's like, Patrick, what do I know? I know, number one, if I break a rule and I don't enter where I'm supposed to, and I chase or I FOMO, I'm going to lose money. Number two, like, I know that my setups work. I know that if I'm just patient and I wait, there's going to be really good setups. The problem with trying to like take a lot of trades, trying to like scalp and in and out, is like, yeah, you can make a couple little trades here and there, make a little bit of profit, but it's so much easier to just wait for that setup, wait for a good setup, and then it's like, woo, 20 handles. You get 20 handles easily, just wee, just literally, like, I feel like it's almost like too easy at that point to just wait for that setup. So again, today, it's like, Patrick, remember this moment. Patrick, remember this moment right here, right now. Everything that I'm saying, like, I need to watch this video after I make this video, right? Like, I need to put this video out here, and I need to come back later on today, and I need to watch this video and be like, hey, that guy knows what he's talking about. Like, that guy, Patrick, he knows what he's talking. Is he talking to me? Like, is he talking to me? At this point, what's funny is, look, I mean, this is like Patrick Wieland's setup. I mean, it's got everything, right? Like, it's just written, like, this is literally the textbook setup for me. Like, I mean, it's literally, look at this. We get the breakout there. We got the MACD cross. And look at this move from the 91s all the way up there to 16. So you're looking at, what, 26 handles? 20 handles minimum? I mean, this is beautiful. I mean, this is a $2,000, $3,000 trade, right there, $3,000. So why am I worried about trying to trade earlier when I'm trading here trying to make, $5, trying to get a $5 move in the stock and trying to make $500 or, $200. I was up $1,000 here on this trade, from the 76s up to the 90s. I probably should have taken profit right there. But in general, it's like, look at how much easier it is to make money when we have these beautiful setups. And all it takes is just having that patience. Like, it's there. We know, right? Like, we know that the setup works. We know that the overall strategy works. So why do anything other than that? Like, there is no reason to take a trade unless it's this setup right here. Like, this is the setup, long and short. You can short this setup. You can go long this setup. It's very, it works both ways. You don't only have to do it long, but again, it's like zoom out or double bottom. Okay, if you really wanted a better risk to reward, you could have gotten long down there at the 70, 75, 77 level, got long right there as we push back up. You could have done that, no problem. At least we kind of had like that double bottom, perfect. Same idea when we pushed up. It's funny because like I hate to short like when we're pushing up into resistance, but I need to like really kind of understand that like, hey, if we're in that range and the market's just ranging, like, take the trade, Patrick, take the trade and just wait. Like I said, do I want to get long up here? No. Do I want to get short at the bottom? No. I just do the opposite. I get short up here, get long at the bottom of that range. At that point, I mean, we're 2 hours, almost 12 o'clock. We're 2 hours into the market trading. So like, it's like, okay, hey, let's take a trade based on this range, or let's wait for the breakout of this range. But in general, like, let's just wait for our setup. And that setup was just so beautiful. And it's right there. It's simple. It's not rocket science. So the moral of the story is, if the market's not giving you setups that look clean, that look easy to trade, like if they're not there, like if they're just simply not there, then don't trade it. Wait for that opportunity. Be patient. I think, obviously I do the live stream, so maybe I put a little bit more pressure on myself to like make the trades, but it's also like proving to myself that, Patrick, like, there's no reason to take a trade until we get our setup. Like, there's absolutely zero reason. Don't be stupid. Follow the plan. Take the trades when they're there. If they're not there, don't take them. It's that simple. Don't pull your hair out. Don't get frustrated. Don't get mad. Don't go on tilt. Just focus on the trades. Focus on the setups. That's the hardest part about trading. Anybody can buy, anyone can sell. But can you have the self-control? Can you have the patience to hold when the market's not giving us the setups that we want? All right, can you do that? Ask yourself. Ask me that. Patrick, if you're watching this video, ask yourself, can you be patient and wait for your setup? It's all you need to do. I said multiple times on the stream, I was like, 96 is break, we go 820s. 96 is break, we go 820s. And there it is. I mean, end of day, 96 is broke, we went to the 820s. Ding, 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 ding. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, subscribe button, all the buttons down below. I'll talk to you guys later on.